the Kransky sisters from Esk in Queensland.
Esk in Queensland.
This is my sister Eve.
Eve.
I'm Mourne Kransky.
Mourne Kransky.
This is our sister, Dawn Kransky. Dawn is our youngest sister. Our other sister, Ava, is away with the Hornbill Military Marching Band. She won a scholarship. She's no longer touring with us because all her meals are included in the army.
Very, very, very funny material. It really is. Hailing from a quiet town in the middle of southeast Queensland, my next guests are bringing the latest show, A Very Kransky Christmas, to the Alex Theatre in St Kilda. Mourne, Eve and the oddly reclusive, rather peculiar sibling Dawn will invite audiences into their world of eggnog, pantyhose, along with dry wit. And I thought we'd catch up with one of them this afternoon and see what this is all about. Mourne Kransky, nice to have you on the program today.
Yes, Leigh, it's lovely to be here and talk to you.
Thank you, Mourne. It's great to have you with us too today. You girls have a lot of fun, don't you?
We certainly do, yes, and certainly the lovely people help us have a lot of fun because, it's so nice to meet them all and share recipes and all sorts of things, yes.
Mourne, I was reading up about you and your sisters, and there's quite a bit of history in here. I'm going to say you've got one or two fathers and all sorts of things have gone on in the world with you. You were born here in Melbourne 1965, is that right?
That's right, yes.
And then you moved up to Queensland after that. What happened? Why did you move for?
Oh, well, you see, our mother's brother owned a house up in Esk, and he died. Unfortunately, his last invention, the high-tension wind-up envelope opener, became unstrung while opening his delivery of Christmas mail. And he was buried in the backyard, and
yes.
we inherited his house.
Oh, that's how it came about.
That's how it came about, and we ended up moving up there. Before that, we lived out in Preston, you see, and we drove our father's Morris. He drove up his beloved Morris. We have it now, his car, and we drive it around. And we drove up to Esk, and we landed there and made a home out of Uncle Bellamy's house,
Now, tell me about your father or fathers, because there's been a bit of confusion along here with me. What is about your father and his affairs he had?
Oh, our father?
Yes.
Our father didn't have any affairs. It was... it was Dawn's father who had an affair with our mother.
Oh, did he?
Yes. He used to bring his greyhounds around, when he'd come over to visit, and even I didn't like them at all. We'd we'd go out to the shed out the back, and we'd hear them moaning all the time, and groaning outside. We used to put a wireless on very loud so we didn't have to listen to the yelping.
You mean the dogs yelping, of course?
Oh, I think so, yes. Yes, we didn't like the greyhounds at all. They stopped us going into the house, They used to guard the back door.
Yeah.
And our stepfather used to, he ended up marrying our mother, after our father left. Yes, we miss our father, we really do. And we had two dresses that our stepfather had given us, and Eve and, of course, Eve and Ava, our sisters, they received a musical education from our stepfather, And on the day that they graduated, Eve and I burnt our dresses.
Did you? Was that the guitar? You learnt guitar, didn't you?
Yes. Yes, I learned the guitar. I had a guitar given to me by a neighbour across the road. It was an old beaten-up guitar. I had it stuck together with sticky tape,
Did you?
And it worked all right. And Eve, of course, our father gave Eve the saw when he stopped playing it. He used to, not playing it, but he had a bow that he used to play the violin with.
Right.
And he stopped playing it because Mother got sick of the sight of the bumblebee and didn't like it. Said it was like a screeching bird.
I can imagine that. Yeah.
Yes. And so he gave that to Eve when she was young, and she started playing his saw with the violin bow, and she still plays it to this day, and she's very good at it, yes.
My researchers tell me, Mourne, that you had a job at an egg farm, but you got sacked. What happened to you?
Yes, well, there was an unfortunate incident. It hurts to say it, really, but there was a young man who used to work there called Glenn Davies, and he was very nice to me, And one day, this, I don't know how to describe her, really, Charmaine Wilkinson, a girl that used to be the prefect at the school, who was always used to taunt me, and she was working there on a sort of secondment in the school holidays. Afterwards, she started working there, and she was just chatting to Glenn Davis and butting into our conversation, and I flicked one of the trays of eggs onto her moccasins. And unfortunately, it set a whole host of other... it messed up the conveyor belt, and we lost about 40 dozen eggs on the floor, and I got the sack.
And that was it. Well, you went on to cleaning after that, didn't you?
Oh, yes, I did have a cleaning job, yes. I was cleaning windows at the hairdressers, but the people complained they couldn't see out of them afterwards. I don't know why, because soy sauce and vinegar is usually a good way of cleaning windows.
What did you use? Salt and vinegar?
Soy sauce.
Oh, soy sauce and vinegar?
Yes.
Oh, no. I'll have to give you 1 or 2 lessons, Mourne.
Well, I was told it was quite good. But it did leave a smear. But I did. The vinegar is very good, and but apparently I didn't do them well enough. I don't know. I tried my best, and then of course, and people don't realise this, but you can use all sorts of natural home remedies that don't cost a packet, and they clean very well. I mean, for example, and this is a true story. You can look it up. That tomato sauce and Vegemite clean brass very well,
Tomato sauce and Vegemite?
Yes, they do, yes. And many other things I took around to clean really worked, but people got dubious of my tray of cleaning implements and cleaning products. And they thought that they should get a professional in, That work didn't last long.
No, I can tell. So you smashed all the eggs, you've lost the cleaning job. What about in your garden? I hear that you're a keen gardener too.
Yes, I like to garden, but I get Eve to do it mostly. Yes, I know how to do it, but Eve is the one who does the digging and the planting, and she has a knack of growing very large vegetables. In fact, we won first prize for the largest zucchini seen in Esk for 16 years.
Wow, what size was that?
It was about, I think it was about the size of a Rottweiler dog.
Wow, that is huge.
When it's a puppy.
It'd have to be, I think. Who's your favourite singer?
I think my favourite singer is Michael Jackson. But I do also like Robbie Williams.
Right,
yeah. Yes.
Why Robbie Williams? Are you attracted to his body or something, are you?
Oh, I don't say that out loud. Yes.
I just said it for you.
Yes, you did, and you've made me blush.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes. But I think Robbie Williams is a very good performer, and I once knitted him a knee rug when we were going to England.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. What colour?
Oh, it was aqua and yellow.
Aqua and yellow.
Yes.
That'd match his eyes.
Yes, it did. He put some red piping around it, too. She's very good at the craft.
Yes,
and then we took it to look for him, but yes, it was quite embarrassing. There was no, with the address we were given, turned out to be a sanitary pad factory in Brixton.
Good on you. Mourne, tell me, who does the cooking at home?
At home, Eve does all of the mixing. I do the recipes. I read the recipes out, and she does the baking and the mixing, and I tell her how long to put them in the oven for and things, because Eve does need some help with these, instructions sometimes. Otherwise, she just forgets. In the moment, she's very clear, but, can forget things at times. It's like a bit of she's like a fish, in a small tank at times.
So you share the work around then?
Yes, we share the work around, and it's nice, to share things. And we sometimes make a good porridge the night before, so it's ready for breakfast. And Eve put sprinkles on hers, likes to put the hundreds and thousands on
I
it.
can imagine.
Yes.
But Mourne, what about men in your life? Now, you talked about Robbie Williams. We know he's a favourite man of yours. But quite seriously, about marriage and a boyfriend, anything in your life there?
Well, Glenn Davies was my love, but didn't work out because of Charmaine Wilkins. And she ended up marrying him, and... it's not so bad being single. I mean, the butcher was interested in Eve, but she's a vegetarian, She
Didn't work out.
Like sausages. No, it didn't work out. But, and I think it's all right, but sometimes I do regret that I could have been married, if I didn't have such responsibilities looking after Eve and Dawn. I could have perhaps I could have gotten in the way of Charmaine Wilkinson and caught the eye of Glenn Davies a bit longer than over a bunch of eggs,
Mourne, tell me, when you're not travelling around with your sisters, Eve and Dawn, what do you do?
Well, we like to look at pictures in magazines and sometimes make collages out of the facelifts on the fridge.
Do you?
Our whole fridge is covered in facelift pictures.
I'd love to see it.
It's quite a treat, yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes we, of course, just go for little walks, and look at the neighbours. We've got a neighbour, Mrs. Winks, who keeps a llama in the backyard, and we like to go and feed it. And it's very nice. They use it for the Christmas pageant every year. They put a little red ribbon around it, and it walks down the main street, and everybody cheers, at the llama. And so that's nice. And we also, sometimes we even have a birthday party. We put a pink ribbon on the, if there's one of us having a birthday, on the letterbox, and we hold it between 12 and 2 p.m. And we have a nice time sitting around the table by ourselves.
It sounds marvellous, and I can't wait to see your show when you and your sisters come down here to Melbourne. A very Kransky Christmas. You're going to be down at the Alex Theatre, and you're there on the 20th, Monday the 20th to Saturday the 26th of November. There's no performance on the Tuesday, folk, and you can book for the Alex Theatre by going to ticketek.com.au, ticketek.com.au, or you can follow these young ladies at thekranskysisters.com. Mourne, it's been a delight to talk to you today, to find out all the background on your family.
It's been an absolute delight to talk to you too, yes.
And I really appreciate your time. It's been a delight. You take care, and we'll see you in November.
We hope to see you. You're welcome to come for cakes at our place,
Well, we'll not even do that. I'll come up to Eskin, Queensland.
That'd be nice.
That'd be lovely. See you then.
See you, dear. Bye, thank you.